Hello, welcome to another video. Welcome to the KBL Walk and Talk. So today I'm starting off with this horrible monstrosity of solar panels being bloody put everywhere around the countryside in the UK. And I seen the other day, there's one country and it's like all over the hills and in this valley it's just solar panels. It's disgusting. But yeah, let me get on to the main point. So I want to talk about Iran, the Great Reset 3.0. So I started thinking about what's going on, and I feel like Iran is going to be like possibly like a new COVID in a sense. And we had COVID for 5 years. You could say it's still ongoing, but most of it died down in 2022. But yeah, 2020 to 2025 roughly, that's when the World Bank project was ending, which is funny, isn't it? How can you have a project scheduled to last to 2025 when it's supposed to happen outside, like they didn't know it was going to happen. But yeah, so we had that. So basically they brought in the cashless agenda, they brought in the digital infrastructure, so they had the track and trace here in the UK, the NHS app. They had all these different systems in different countries, but similar things. I think Latvia, is it Lithuania as well, were very strict, and Italy you couldn't go out unless you had a letter or text message from a pharmacy or doctor, and then Greece was very similar. But yeah, they brought in all this digital infrastructure and they pushed the cashless narrative. So they were saying money's dirty, and then saying like don't use cash because cash has got bacteria and you can catch COVID. So a lot of places were like only card only and online payments and no physical cash. So yeah, and then we had Ukraine and Russia in 2022. So yeah, going back to COVID. So that was like, to me, the first part of the Great Reset. So it allowed big businesses to accumulate more, kill off a lot of small businesses, install the digital infrastructure. So this is all building blocks of the reset, so they can reset everything to be how they want it to be. So yeah, and then we moved on, like I was just saying, Russia and Ukraine. So that was to cause energy prices to go up. So basically the first thing was inflation, and then this made the energy prices go up, then everything else went up. So you can gradually see like how going back to what the World Economics Forum said before, when they said 2030 you'll own nothing and you'll be happy, and people would be like, how does that happen? But it's like in America, isn't it, when you had the far west, the west coast of America, all the farmers, they didn't want to leave their land, and what did? They pushed up the price of everything. They pushed up the price of fertilizer and everything else, and they couldn't afford to stay on the farms, and a lot of farms sold up. A lot of corporations bought this land. Like, I'm not saying that's detail to detail the exact story, but it's like that is like a vague sort of idea of what happened. I have read up on it, but I can't remember the details. But basically they priced them out, and you could say like just from Ukraine and Russia, it's like been quite costly, especially in the West, especially in the UK. The energy prices here are some of the highest in the world, and we have a lot of problems here now because rent's gone up, food's gone up. It's so expensive. I went in Iceland, like a UK supermarket, and there was offers a couple of weeks ago, like 3 for 10, so you could buy a fish or chicken, and now it's 3 for 12. It's gone up £2. It's quite a bit. So I say over $2 or $2.50, let's say. And yeah, it's just in general everything's gone up. And then with Iran, we're like 2 weeks into it, and the cost of oil has gone up a few times, and it's gone up across the $100 barrel mark. And then in Iran they're saying it could go up to $200 a barrel. And like, how are people going to afford to go to work, to run their businesses, if this keeps going up? And then it's going to push the price up of everything else. So this is, to me, it's like 3.0 of the Great Reset, because it's not just the inflation, it's not just the oil price, it's also everything else what's happening, isn't it? It's like the Middle East is being destroyed bit by bit, and you've got all these people stranded in Dubai, and then they're stranded, like I've seen a lot of it in Thailand, where people can't fly back to here or to the UK or fly back to the Middle East, and Dubai airport's shut, I believe, and then it's the airport in Doha and Qatar is still shut. But yeah, a lot of operations are reduced or cancelled. So yeah, you've got all these things that are pushing the cost up everything, and then we've got shipping's being blocked off, shipping's being reduced, and some of the shippings, instead of going into Europe, they're going into Asia, and it's going to take so much longer for them to get into Europe again. And yeah, I just feel like what Trump said, this war is going to be a 5-week war. I just don't believe it, because it's like when Boris Johnson here, he said as the COVID come about, the Convid, he said 3 weeks to flatten the curve. So a 3-week lockdown, but it turned into 5 months. And going back to Trump, he's the one who told the American people that there'd be no wars. He was the president, the no war president, and he's going to end the wars. And now he's invaded 8 or 9 countries, and all these people celebrating it, like his MAGA supporters. Don't you realise, like, your costs are going to go through the roof? I know you get petrol or gasoline, as you say in the States, a lot cheaper, but you are going to pay more for goods, and there's going to be consequences. It's like, as Israel's learning, Iran is not a weak country. It's not a walkover. You know, they've had powerful empires. The Persian Empire wasn't the mightiest empires. They're not just going to walk over. It's like America never learned their lesson. They went into Vietnam, and they thought that would be over quickly. You underestimated the Vietnamese and their commitment to saving their homeland. And that's the thing, isn't it? America's coming in to fight socialism. Like, have you never seen, like, if you look closer at everything, these Western lands are not exactly socialist free, communist free. Like, you got the social security, you got the NHS, you got these socialist systems, and then you got the communist, from the Communist Manifesto, set up a central bank. That's what the Bank of England is. That's what the Federal Reserve is. It's centralised. And yeah, the army is like really socialist, like communists. They're all the same. They all got to have the hair shaved off. Yeah, my hair shaved off as well. Yeah, you got to be a unit. You can't be an individual. Very socialist, communist ideal. And yeah, I hope this is coming out okay, because I've had to use my left arm because I got a problem with my wrist and my hand and my right arm. I don't know, done it for a punch bag or done it for working. But yeah, trying my left arm, doing my left arm in. It's unnatural. So yeah, and these wars, they cost so much money. And going back to where Trump said it'd be 5 weeks to end this war, it's like, look at Afghanistan. How many years? Were that like over 20 years? And Iraq, didn't that go on for 23 years? These wars are not going to be over quickly. It's just a lie. It's just to get public support, because they're always playing us. They're always like Boris Johnson, 3 weeks to flatten the curve, and everybody's like, yeah, we can get rid of this COVID disease or whatever, which really is dis-ease, but they say we can get rid of the corona, and then it'd be like, oh, we'd just bomb Iran, we'd get rid of the supreme leader of Iran and everything would be fine. But it doesn't work like that, because they're deceiving you. Basically, they just want approval to get their foot in the door, and then this will carry on for years. Because if you look at the Deagle report, there's basically this map, and it's quite hard to get it now, but you can still find it online. But it's just a map just showing you, like, say, like, you're going to see this backwards, aren't you? So hopefully I could do this right. You're going to see America here and Canada, and the population's down because there's an arrow just pointing down, and then you got the Middle East here, and its arrows down again, and then on this side, Australia and New Zealand, the population's down. And go look at Albert Pike. He predicted World War III. He said the Zionists would bring about war with the Muslim world and basically cancel each other out. But then, because the Western countries are following the Zionists, they get drawn into it. Like, look at that, what's happening now. America's fighting for Israel, but America's supposed to be a Christian country, not Jewish, but they're fighting with the Zionists. And that's the whole thing about World War II. That's why World War II was set up, so they could set up the Zionist state in Israel. And then we had the Balfour Declaration, where the Rothschilds basically got hold of Israel, Palestine, and then and then they, was it 1917, and then they got their flag, the Star of Rempan, the Seal of Solomon, is it? And no, it's actually is it the Seal of Moloch? Yeah, and they got that in 1948, and then since then they've been taking land and bombing the West Bank and Gaza. And look at Gaza, they're supposed to be rescuing these hostages, and they destroyed 80% of the country. And this is what they do, they attacked Iran, then the other day they started attacking Lebanon, because so-called Hezbollah. But then who can blame Hezbollah? I would be upset if they, like, if someone's bombing Christian countries, I wouldn't be happy about it, and I'd feel like outraged about it. But this is the thing, isn't it? Israel pushes all the agendas in the West, and it's like it's mass illegal immigration. Like, that's the thing, isn't it? It's all happening around the West, but it's not happening in Israel, is it? Because apparently everybody else needs diversity, but they're not getting it. So do it to the Goyim. But yeah, it's just like going to be like so destructive. And if this is World War III, it's going to play into their plan, innit, the Great Reset, because they want to basically split the world powers. So instead of having one superpower, they want multiple superpowers, so they're like several or 11 different superpowers. So I think this is where the BRICS nations come in, because basically America is coming up to 250 years old. So this July it'll be 250 years old, and I think this is the end of the empire, and they want to replace it with like an alliance, like with China and Russia, a multiple layered superpower, multi-nation. And yeah, why they're doing this, doing the war that's going on, and also the gold buying is going on, so you're getting a lot of BRIC nations buying up loads of gold, because their currency and their economies are going to grow while the West will decline. So they're sacking not just America, but once America falls, the rest of the West will fall, because Britain is very tied and very linked to America. And you can see the UK is being destroyed, is in decline. and then Canada and Australia, New Zealand, all European countries. So look what they've done to Germany, shut all these nuclear power stations. And yeah, it's just basically how they bring about the controlled demolition of the West. So yeah, I believe this is part of the Great Reset, and I think this is the third stage of it. So what can we do about it? I mean, first of all, stop voting, stop giving your power to these people, because that's the thing, if you give them authority, then you're authorizing them to sanction these actions, and stop using all these big businesses what support it. Try and help the little people, help the small businesses. Just going back down again, so I'll walk back now. Oh, it's all right. So yeah, you support local businesses, local people, and stop giving your money to these big corporations. Because look at Amazon, people keep using Amazon, but it's like, and what gets me is people who work for Amazon, they order loads of stuff off Amazon, so they give half their wages back to the company. And as soon as Amazon has the ability, they will replace you. If you work for them, they will replace you with an AI system, a robotic android will replace you as a worker. And driverless taxis are coming, they're going to trial them in London. So don't use the driverless taxis, because you're putting loads of people out of work, and the more you support this stuff, the more damaging it is to people, because people are going to need jobs later on. They can't have all these fantasies about, well, we're all going to be the same, we're all going to get the same outcome, like, oh, we can all be digital nomads, we can all be footballers, we can all be influencers, because it's not going to work for everyone. And if you want to get a job in a supermarket, how are you going to get a job in a supermarket when it's all self-service tills? And the reason it's getting like that is because people keep using them. If you keep using them, they'll keep doing it. Same like a bully, innit? If a bully keeps bullying you and you don't stand up for yourself, he'll keep doing it to you, or she'll keep doing it to you, whatever sex they are. Because that's the thing, innit? That you make your own bed. Your actions have consequences. It's like with the wars, isn't it? It's, if you support these wars, it's like I've seen it in the past. Like I supported the war with Iraq and Afghanistan, because I didn't have the knowledge, I didn't know about the weapons of mass destruction was complete bullshit. I believed, I was just so wound up with September 11th, and I didn't realise what I realise now. And if you look into it, it's not actually how they tell you it is. There's so many dodgy scenarios with the World Trade Center. Like, there's only one video of a plane crashing into the building, and how did a passport survive out of this explosion? It's just bullshit. It was just to generate anger, to license the war in Iraq and Afghanistan. And then what do we get? Like, that country's been destroyed again and again. And then this is the thing as well, yeah, you support the wars. Let's say you support the army in the wars, yeah? Okay, so you go and attack another country. So the consequence of that is they're going to attack your country, they're going to bomb where you live, and then also you're going to get terrorism. So in the UK, all the Christmas markets, we've got these massive terror barriers, and then we've had various terrorist attacks, and then we have people come here, illegal immigrants, and they resent people here because of what the army and the military, the armed services have done in the Middle East and Afghanistan. So it always has a negative impact. And I say to the Americans as well, when you go to these countries after you bomb them, your life is going to be more in danger, because when they see your US passport, they're not going to treat you the same as their people. They're not going to give you the same courtesy. So like, yeah, it's always a consequence to these wars, and it costs money as well. Like, the country gets in debt, and that's the thing as well. If you open your eyes to everything, you will see that they're lying to you, because they say we can't afford to keep this hospital open, we can't afford to make the school bigger, but there's always money for war. So if there's always money for war, are they serving your best interest? And it doesn't matter this party, that party. It's like, look at Reformia. Richard Tice, he's a Zionist. He went to the Wailing Wall in Israel, like all the other puppets do. Like Trump, he's a Jesuit. He converted to Judaism in 2017. And all his policies are Israeli policies. He's not really serving the American people, because he's just a liar. And he said he would end all the wars, and he hasn't. He's actually started more wars, and he's attacked about 8 or 9 countries. And what next? Are they going to go to Greenland, or are they going to go to Cuba, North Korea? Because they haven't got central banks. And this is why they want Iran, because they want the central bank of Iran to be a Rothschild's bank. That's like every time we have Gaddafi, he goes off track. He doesn't follow the globalist plan. They go after him. Hitler, he went off track. He went after the Freemasons, and he didn't like that, and he didn't like all the other stuff he was doing, and they went after him. That's why they brought America into the war. And then you look at all these other presidents and prime ministers, if they don't play along to the plan, like JFK, he wanted to pull out of the Vietnam War. The CIA didn't like that, so they done a hit on him. But yeah, just to say on that, yeah, it's one big club, and those who don't play along are in the club. They have a choice: either you do it. If you don't do it, then either you're gonna be shamed, or you're gonna be exposed, or you're gonna be like fired, literally fired. But yeah, I'll leave that there. Hope it's been insightful. Please like, share and subscribe my videos. I need more views on YouTube and more subscribers, and also Odyssey. And I make these videos, I don't get paid hardly anything. I get paid like 3p or 3 cents on BitChute. And Rumble, sometimes I get 2 cents or 3 cents a video. But it'd be nice if I could get something back, because it's hard to do these videos because I work, do everything else. It's not me begging, but I mean, even if you like and just share, I mean, it all helps. And it wakes up more people, and we get the message through, and we get more people on board and get more people thinking the right way. Because the thing is, there's so many people out there, there's a lot of people who are idiots, and they just go along with everything. They follow the football. Like these people, like I used to do it myself, like shouting at a screen. What is the point of that? Don't go anywhere. And like, there's always stuff going on. There's child grooming gangs and rapes and illegal immigrants raping women, and you're getting these guys who are more bothered about the football scores and countries turning to crap, but they don't care. They just want to know what the next fixture is, and it's like, it's all bread and circuses, isn't it? It's like, come on, man. Anyway, I'll leave that there. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.